I was going back to the Midwest on business and had arranged to spend some time with my younger sister. We had never been very close, but I felt strongly that I had to talk to her about our father and what had happened to me as a child. We were sitting across from each other at her dining room table one evening after dinner. I don't even remember how I said it, but I told her that Dad had molested me. She looked down at the table and was quiet for a moment. Then she told me that he had molested her, too. I was shocked and in a strange way relieved. Suddenly, so many things made sense. I understood why he had always pitted us against each other. We talked into the night that night. Hearing her story was like hearing my own, and I knew that I wouldn't have to doubt myself anymore, to wonder if I'd made it all up. I left there with a new sense of connection and freedom.
Today in our group, we're going to talk about the ways that survivors of childhood sexual abuse defended and protected themselves in their growing up years. By discussing how it is we have defended against the pain, it will help us to be less critical of ourselves for doing what we may have absolutely needed to do in order to survive. But prior to talking about those defenses, I'd like to say a few things to you about your own process and about childhood sexual abuse in general. Obviously, this is very personal, and should you feel vulnerable as I speak, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. That begins by first allowing yourself to breathe. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. A deep breath in and out, and continue to slowly deep breathe. Periodically check your breathing as I talk. When breathing becomes more shallow, it actually blocks us from the truth and can create some physical pain. If you need to walk around, do so. If it helps to look away, you may. Be as available to what I have to say as you can, but you don't have to hear all of this in one setting if it becomes too uncomfortable. You can see it a second time. To begin, children of all races, religion, culture, class, and gender can be sexually abused. Both boys and girls will be abused. Children are abused by fathers, stepfathers, uncles, brothers, mothers, stepmothers, sisters, aunts, grandparents, neighbors, family friends, and strangers. Childhood sexual abuse is a physical violation of a child's body through any sort of sexual contact, or a psychological violation of a child's personal space through verbal or nonverbal sexual behavior. It ranges from genital exposure of the offender to the child, to the observation of a child, watching a child undress, bathe, or urinate, to kissing, when one kisses a child in a lingering way or in an intimate way, to the fondling of a child's breasts, abdomen, inner thighs, buttocks. The child may similarly fondle the adult at his or her request. It may include masturbation. The offender may masturbate, requiring the child to observe, or the adult observes the child masturbating, or mutual masturbation. To oral genital contact, finger or object penetration. To intercourse, which may be either anal or of the vagina. Less blatant sexual abuse, but nonetheless hurtful, is what is often referred to as covert or emotional incest. This includes sexual name-calling, to be called a slut, a whore, or to be taunted about your sexual development, or where there is chronic nudity or nudity at inappropriate times. When children are forced to hear or to even watch others having sex, or when a child lives with a constant fear that they will be sexually abused.